Hello everybody and welcome to the second episode of Double Player's Daily Dota 2 cast. I'm Double Player and as you probably figured it out, I'm going to be your host for this game. It's going to be, as you might have noticed, I'm just going with any random game that is in pre-game or whatever that I can just practice my casting on, honestly. So I'm not really being in any way sorts of picky when it comes to the teams or whatever. I don't know any of these teams at all. But here we are with Ripple versus Command Center, and Ripple is going to use their first ban on Lycan, whereas Command Center is going to ban Invoker. It seems Lycan has has risen in popularity since even though he lost it quite a bit after the end of the International 2. It seems now he's getting he has become more and more popular. Ripple is also going to ban Batrider as well. I guess they don't want to risk getting picked off just, you know, single-handedly with him just jumping in using Burning Lasso for staffing out or whatever. Command Center bans Ancient Apparition, probably to avoid any problems with his ultimate disabling life regen for several seconds, or just not wanting them to have their pushes thwarted, considering that the ultimate only has like a 40-second cooldown, so they can pretty much toss it whenever the need arrives. And the first pick from Ripple is going to be Disruptor. One might say that he would be good against a Batrider, but Batrider is banned already, so I guess they they want to be able to just hold them in one place with the Kinetic Field, Static Storm, or just simply glimpse away anyone who's a threat, or to annoy whoever just recently TP'd from base.
Reserve time.
Command Center goes for Centaur, Warrunner, and Weaver. So they want to be able, even though the Weaver already has a Shokuchi as his method of gaining maximum move speed, Centaur Warrunner isn't really that needed for him, but ultimately he can use his abilities such as Hoof Stomp, and also to grant the maximum move speed to the rest of the teammates.
Reserve time.
It seems Ripple either never really had a plan for this game, or rather for this draft, or it just got disturbed by the Centaur and Weaver pick. And now they're going to go with Puck. So unfortunately for those of you who are hoping for a Disruptor mid, you're not going to get that this game. Instead, we're going to get a Puck, the very well-known elusive initiator. Speaking of initiators, Ripple bans out Sand King, which is which kind of sort of shows that they kind of want to. I guess they plan to be to stay together as a team most of the time, and epicenter is pretty much the maybe well one of the couple of ultimate skills that just punishes you harshly for that. Command Center is going to ban out Naga Siren, either due to her powerful Song of the Siren that can just set up a team fight in advance,
Dire team ban.
or possibly because they don't want to be bothered with any split pushing possibilities. Next two bans coming up quick with Treant and Ember Spirit. And the next pick from Command Center is Nyx Assassin. So it's either a support Nyx Assassin or a mid, or he's going to be sent mid. They haven't really shown their cards just yet. But most of the time, Nyx is being mostly used as a support nowadays. And I don't think he would be able to fare that well against the Puck on middle. Ripple taking quite a lot of their time with having less than half a minute remaining in their bonus time. And then grab Enchantress to be able to just grab a creep from the jungle and possibly gank, and after and if the gank succeeds, possibly get a tower. And I wonder how feasible will that be, because they might just decide that Weaver will just go offlane and Enchantress will just go well, I guess it depends if they want to Enchantress to go to the Radiant jungle or Dire jungle. But going to the Dire jungle would be quite unexpected, but I'm pretty sure Command Center is going to make sure that there isn't any unwelcome visitor in their jungle. I guess that's what the Treant Protector ban was for, so that whenever Enchantress actually comes out of the jungle with a Thunder Bear or the troll creep that has an Esther, I honestly forgot his name, and they don't want to suddenly someone get a living armor, even though at the beginning it's only like it only defends you from 3 hits. But even then, the 3 hits could be crucial to save to prevent a first blood. Master is going to go with Shadow Demon.
Reserve time.
I suppose it's going to be most likely a setup for maybe both Centaur One Runner and Nyx Assassin. This disruption being able to hold an enemy in place for a couple of seconds, and then you get the 2 illusions, and also you give time for the Centaur One Runner to just walk up and stomp. Not to mention, you can also combo it into Nyx Assassin's Impale. And Ripa is going to finally pick a more of a late game character, Morphling,
5 seconds remaining.
who hasn't really been picked that often after the International 2, mostly because he got heavy nerfs pointed at, well, directed at his morph ability. Increasing the mana cost on an agility hero is quite a good method to
Radiant team ban.
make him less overpowering.
Dire team pick.
Doom and Abandon getting banned. Seems like Ripple just doesn't want to bother with anyone who can save their teammates with any sort of heals. It would be quite amusing if Command Center would just go Dazzle and say, nope, we're still gonna save our teammates. No kills for you. And Doom getting banned out. I suppose it's
5 seconds remaining.
in order for Weaver to be always to always have an escape route,
Reserve time.
whether it's a time lapse or Shukuchi or both. Although I'm not sure how would Ripple place Doom in this lineup, considering Doom is nowadays mostly powerful when he sits in the jungle, with his Devour being able to
10
eat
seconds
any sort of creeps. And we get Shadow Shaman
team pick.
with his quite powerful Ether Shock nuke and 2 disables. And also the you cannot forget about the Mass Serpent wards that are there and ready to push any towers or pretty much zone out any squishy heroes. And considering that there's an Enchantress, Disruptor, and well, while I said Puck is an elusive hero, he cannot just constantly say nope, ignoring wars, because you can only do so much, and then you have to wait for the cooldown. And then there's Mirana. Seems like one of the players on the command center side is having connectivity issues. It's kind of dangerous for Ripple to go with that draft because, okay, Puck and Morphling, and well, I'm not sure if it's that dangerous anymore. They just, I assume they just realized that if
10 seconds
any of if someone who's not Puck or Morphling get caught out,
5 seconds remaining.
so Disruptor and Enchantress will just get downright killed. Although Disruptor with a well-placed glimpse could run away. But now Mirana's ulti is there to save the day. And here we are in game,
Prepare for
and on the Ripple side we have Buto Lido on Disruptor, sproing on Enchantress quite appropriately. Chinese symbols as Mirana, SW as Puck, and in loving memory of Paul Walker as Morphling. Smokes of the seeds being purchased on both sides. And on Command Center side, we'll have Do Drugs With Me at TF4 as Nyx Assassin, Yoleng as Centaur Warrunner, Veris, I'm blind, I guess, as Shadow Shaman,
30
Hardcore and
seconds
Crazy Wolf. I guess it's kind of sorta not suitable for work, this video. I don't know. As Weaver, and also Dako Chain as Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman going in quite deep into the jungle, barely not getting noticed by Enchantress. Oh, and she already used the smoke to be able to figure out if someone is getting too close. But now she knows about the Shadow Shaman in the lane, and there's a Veris was able to find the Observer ward. That's a very well placed sentry ward, I might say. Another Observer to block out even more of Radiant jungle camps. So we ultimately have Disruptor and Mirana on top versus Centaur, Warrunner, and but also Enchantress came to the Dire jungle. On mid we have Morphling. What do we have here? Puck is getting assaulted by Shadow Shaman and Shadow Demon. Shadow. But he's just going to be able to, well, he wasn't really in that much of a danger just yet. And that's a first blood by Mirana, or rather, Hall of Ripa. Centaur Conqueror with his hoop stomp along into Mirana's Sacred Arrow. It's quite a good, it's quite a lethal combo, considering the total time of stuns is up to what? That's 2. All like maximum duration of 7 seconds. Although they didn't really need that many. Considering even though it's a Centaur War Runner, but it's still the beginning of the game, he hasn't been able to use his strength gain to his advantage. Weaver and Puck on the bottom lane, farming away. Morphling is going to go quite low. But he did start the game with a bottle. And Shadow Demon died on top. Or, excuse me, and Chandler's died on top from hands of Shadow Demon, who has now been arrowed to his back. And he's probably going to die with one last arrow. And then Centaur Warrunner is going to go from behind and finish up Disruptor. Or not! He somehow, for some reason, stopped himself. And that's how dead Shadow Shaman and a double kill for Mirana. Widolito is going to quite probably die right now. And Mirana was barely able to get this crucial lead. Otherwise, without that, she would be quite dead. Seems Nyx Assassin is it's not that big of an advantage just yet on the middle lane. Oh, Enchantress is getting ready to get onto the Hapan Weaver, and he's going to have his Shukuchi still on cooldown for a couple of seconds. There's the sun, there's the orb, and no mana for Waymaker, but it won't be needed. And Weaver goes down. Centaur Warrunner finishing his Tranquil Boots. Seems they kind of sort of, or maybe not. Also, think that they started to go with a tri-lane of Centaur, Shadow Shaman, and Shadow Demon. Seems they have forfeit this plan. Nyx training his tangles for a battle with the courier. Or no, Boots, excuse me. Since I don't think he is Yelling having no, well he's moving now, but well he's not going to be moving for that much longer. Although Mirana is the one who's going to die first. Before oh, and that's the next assassin with an Invis, and he's going to get the Impale, and that's a dead Disruptor. That went very unfortunate for Ripple's side. And Shadow Demon is just going to take care of any leftover experience on the middle lane. Oh, he's actually going to catch out Morphling, but Morphling will just waveform away. Weaver, even though he was caught by the Centaur stun, Centaur Conqueror stun, he's still at the top charts in terms of last hits. And in terms of hero levels, it seems, well, didn't really see any, oh, Bug appearing right behind, and nope, time-lapse was misused, and oh dear, it seems that Weaver might be able to get away, unless he gets hit with an orb. One more attack, and it doesn't hit. And is Morphling dying? No, let's go back to mid. And Bug is actually stuck and he has no mana to go on. And Centaur Warrunner might be dying quite soon. And Weaver ultimately dies at bottom, getting caught out by the tower and blocks all the attacks. Enchantress also being able to finish her boots. And not sure what this lab was for. Okay, next assassin. Ooh, Smoke Gang coming up. Next assassin getting himself arcane boots and a regeneration room. Seems they want to stop Morphling before he goes out of control. And there's a disruption, and there's a Mist Impale. And nothing will come out of that. The drugs have released their Impale. No, that doesn't sound right. Nyx used his Impale way too early. Let's look. Even though the Centaur has been... Let's see. Centaur died twice. Well, Mirana's died twice as well, but Mirana with 3 kills is much further when it comes to actual gold taken from the lane. Ooh, there's a Vendetta coming up right from behind of Ripple's side. Then Vendetta auto attack into Impale, and that's how that Mirana. And now the Disruptor is going to quite possibly, yeah, die. Enchantress is getting ready to go on Weaver again. And Weaver is going to get caught out in a Dream Coil and Waning Rift, and Weaver is dead. Mirana also TPing bottom for... Well, she did die, but I don't know if it was... Seems she wanted to help with Weaver. Or just get away from the quite hectic top lane. Early been finishing his wand as soon as he's able to get his stuff from stash. And then finished on Enchantress. I'm not sure if Enchantress is... Oh, Enchantress already has Impetus and... Ooh! 54 HP left! And then he's just going to time-lapse and pretend this never really happened. Aside from the 1 minute cooldown on the ultimate itself. But still, the 6th level is quite deadly with Enchantress's Impetus. Good thing Weaver didn't just decide to use Shokuchi, although he would have destroyed the attacks, I assume.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I find it quite admirable that... and that's possibly a dead puck. That's a dead puck.
I live, you die. I'm lying.
Ooh. Enchantress is going to be in quite a lot of trouble considering she's... Or not. Although they really want to... Okay, Weaver's going in. Even though he's pretty much solo against her. But... Here comes pretty much last Shokuchi. One auto attack. Not even the Gemini was needed. And then they'll proceed to try and kill the Dark Troll Summoner. Disruptor and Centaur. Well, Centaur actually got to the top of the net worth charts, along with the next assassin, which was just a second ago topped by Morphling and Mirana.
Radiant's bottom
Although I
tower
guess
is under attack.
with Mirana getting killed twice without getting any kills in between,
Radiant's
kind
middle
of
tower
impeded
is
her
under attack.
growth. Let's see for how long ultimately. Weaver only has power threats and a Ring of Aquila. That's a Blink Dagger and Centaur in 11 minutes. It's not even that it's well, this is quite early, and if Miranda is not aware of that, yeah, then that Centaur is just going to stampede. That's a missed stomp! And Ripple is already... Ooh, the Moonlight Shadow being used.
Here I am. Gather round.
And Southwest is going to be able to Dream Call Shadow Demon, but there's not really any follow-up. It was pretty much wasted. But... oh well.
Too far.
Shadow Shaman was caught out, and then there's a triple impale, but with no one to actually do anything about it. And less than 20 HP left on Disruptor, who's just going to glimpse Nick's back. And then there's Weaver. Well, he's probably not going to be able to kill off Orfling, who he's just going to take the hits and then receive an Earth charge from Enchantress, who has currently one charge only. Well, I'm saying only 400 health is plenty enough to... that's a Shadow Demon. Well, that's a dead Morphling over here, and Shadow Demon trying to do some harm to Mirana. But she just leaps away, and no harm, no permanent harm done. I mean, she has a bottle, so she's going to... a bottle. She's going to regen... what is the plan for that? Not getting killed out on mid, the help of Vendetta into Impale. Nyx already got at level 11. That's quite big, because not only does the damage increase, the cooldown goes low, and Rana is able to kill off Shadow Demon, or no, on top. But yeah, 11 level on Nyx pretty much means that his Vendetta is much meaner. Seems Command Center is trying to go for, well, more map control at the moment. Channel Demon finishing up his turn. Do you have any signs? Well, Enchantress is probably building... Oh, Moonlight Shadow being used, but Nyx Assassin somehow doesn't notice that. Although it was night, maybe radius wasn't enough, and Nyx is going to be pretty much dead. I mean, yeah, waveform. And then... oh, yeah, that's Puck getting fought out. And the Chandra is going to get quite a bit of damage from the Mass Serpent wards. Morphling finishing his boots. Oh, and he also finished his, well, Midas, which I 100% missed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Shadow Shaman just going back to base. Afraid of being caught out on any damage. And then Centaur blink into Double Edge, and Enchantress barely dying just to the hit of Shadow Poison. Valiant effort from Disruptors. Seems there's going to be an effort on bottom to kill Weaver. With Puck getting ready to just go in, dust ready. And that's going to be a top tier 1 knight by Nyx. And what are you doing, Morphling? Oh, I guess that was a successful bait, I guess. Well, there's no second guessing that. And Nyx Assassin was able... oh, I was wrong. That bracer, I guess, was just to increase Enchantress's health. Miranda was the one who... well, and she hits a Sacred Arrow. right in the face of, or in the cheek of Shadow Demon. And then, well, nothing is really going to happen, even though it seemed quite hairy. It seemed that there was going to be a team fight coming soon, but Disruptor just glimpsing back next assassin, so... Oh, and he's going to walk up next to... and he uses his Impale to just blink up and Impale instead of auto-attacking from Vendetta. That means... Well, Morphling just morphs out and walks away. Sacred Arrow, not going to hit. Shadow Shaman, dead due to multiple instances of damage, Impetus, Thunder Strike, and Starstorm being used. Southwest, that has to be careful, and he had to be careful to be precise. Ripple is kind of... They don't really have any vision over their jungle over here. It's kind of weird. I mean, okay, there's a ward over here, but that doesn't... There's this big unknown area. The Great Darkness, you might say. Let's see. Net worth, Morphling and Mirana coming back on top. Although it's not that big of a difference. That's even weirder considering that Morphling got himself a Midas, which is off cooldown and not being used at the moment. Considering he has banked up 1500 gold so far, 1700. I'm guessing he's going for a Lincoln Sphere, just to make that slippery, just to make himself even more slippery. Command Center thinking they have the upper initiation, and is this going to be good enough? No, it's not. It was quite unfortunate. Dire's courier getting killed. Must have been in the midst of chaos, and that's going to be too that a buyback from Shadow Shaman, and Nyx Assassin is gets killed on bottom by Mirana, and Morphling was just killed on top by who? Wait, I guess Shadow. He had multiple stacks of Shadow Poison? I'm really sure. Oh no, he was actually gathering for a Ghost Scepter. He's gonna go the shotgun build. Oh, Mirana is going to be dead right now. And Weaver is just going to look for any more kills. Stomp being used on Enchantress. And then Stomp not available for not Nyx, or Puck would just TP'd out. But yeah, the encounter on the mid was very unfortunate. Command Center thought, or rather Yoling and Dako Chain, they thought they had an easy kill on Morphling, but Morphling was able to actually, he wasn't stunned for that long. Or well, less than 3 seconds he just started to morph into strength. And then the Static Storm, Kinetic Field, Dream Coil just being used, turning around the whole initiation by its tail, which results in not only 2 deaths but also a buyback. But which, and well, 2 deaths and a buyback on the Command Center's side, as well as multiple deaths on the Ripple's side. Disruptor just helping out with Morphling's farm. Weaver is going to try and do something about Mirana. He has to be careful. He's very low on mana, although he has a regen room, but pretty much in between. And there's the silent, and there's damage. Yeah, that was quite cocky of him to just hang around, even though he knew Moonlight Shadow was used.
Dire's middle tower.
Not sure what he was trying to do. Did he think about getting called out, but he's probably just going to be able to orb down the way. Then both shadow people are going to be caught in kinetic field and get killed off by Impetus. Disruptor and Morphling getting killed on Buck. Buck is dead. And Nyx Assassin not able to. That was quite a move. Well, the arrow wasn't really that hard to hit, but using the leap to just pretty much get closer and use the attack speed buff. Rana has to be careful here, because if she shoots too many arrows at center, she will pretty much die. Ooh, that's a sweet blink dodge by Centaur. And the Chandress is in quite a pickle unless she just runs away, since Hoopsum was off cooldown. Brilliant decision by Enchantress. Just go away, since she remembered that Hoopsum was already used. And also, although Centaur didn't have enough mana to use it, although who knows if she checked that. And Weaver, well, he doesn't really have any disables. He's the one who despises disables, but if he gets a second of a breather, he just runs away. Not to be seen for a long time.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Shadow Demon making clones of Moonlight Shadow being used. And
Radiant's top tower
I don't
has
really
fallen.
see the reason what for. And
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
okay, top Mirana gets killed off. She must have gotten multiple stacks of poison. This is quite some effort put into this replication.
Dire's middle tower is under
Into
attack.
this replicate of Enchantress. That's quite unfortunate, but they couldn't really know any better. I mean, Morphling going in, killing off the Shadow Demon, and Weaver is going to probably die. No, the bottle saves him, and never mind. The very last auto attack from Puck, able to hit him when he has to go out, when he has to become invisible for the 2 crucial seconds. Puck is going to look around, get a regen, and Nyx Assassin is going to hunt for prey, and here comes Taste. Well, not comes. It's kind of sort of running away, but yep. One more attack, and Disruptor lies dead on the ground. But yeah, Morphling is kind of getting more and more away, although it's still only a 500 gold advantage over Centaur, but ultimately Centaur isn't really building himself to for late game. Weaver is the one who Sacred Arrow being used by Renata to temporarily stun. Is Centaur going to be able to run away? No, he gets impetus to death. Shadow Shaman, Shadow Being getting killed. Mirana getting killed, and then Spy Carapace not able to block the damage. For whatever reason, I might have missed something. We were the only one alive on Command Center's side, whereas Mirana the only one being dead on Ripple's side, but suddenly the gold advantage of well, let's look at the graphs. That's like 4,000 gold advantage, and it just keeps going up and up. And Command Center has to be careful before the gold advantage goes up and away ultimately. The experience, the difference in experience already. The grabs look pretty much the same. Come to think of it. Oh, that's a gem being bought out by Puck. Although I guess when you want to make sure of Weaver's position as well as Nyx Assassin's position, you pretty much either have to put up with buying only channel being used to try and catch Shadow Demon, I assume. Sacred Arrow being shot, but without any real. Yeah, the Center Conqueror was not able to get in there on time to, well, not redirect the Sacred Arrow, obviously. Rana is in between, like 3 heroes. I mean, oh,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Shadow Demon being called out, and then Disruptor getting killed off, impaled, and Dream Coil on 3. Spike Carapace stuns Puck for a couple of seconds. Then Nyx Assassin dies thanks to the gem, purchase of gem. And Chancelloress is just going to turn around and possibly kill off. Yep. And well, Morphling is the one who actually takes the kill. But another thing, Enchantress Minds, considering Morphling finally broke through 10,000 of net worth. Silence and well, your Shakushi won't really help you, Weaver, aside from the maximum move speed. And yeah, there's the blink. Although, yeah, illusory orb being able to finally finish off Weaver. Seems that the gem is pretty much paying itself back quite steadily. Oh, never mind then. Well, I mean, Morphling ultimately got himself a Lincoln Sphere. I guess the Ghost Scepter is to get ready, or maybe just to avoid any DPS from Weaver. Although it's kind of early, considering he doesn't really have any items of importance. And that's the Strawberry getting caught out with a Dagon 1 being used. I haven't noticed that Nyx Assassin, well, multiple heroes are already, like only 4 heroes haven't got to have leveled up or all their skills to their maximum potential. Center Warrunner being able to, Center Warrunner should be able to do it quite soon with less than 400 experience needed. But yeah, and it seems that Mirana was still able to keep hold her place at the top of the, well, not at the very top, but at the podium of the kills chart. And the command center is going to take down Roshan. Question is, yeah, Ripple doesn't seem to be any aware of that. They're still wondering about, and there's a Lincoln Sphere for Mirana and a Roshan for command center, with Weaver picking up the Aegis.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Shadow Demon is pretty much done with his force up as soon as, and here comes the top tier 2 defense, and that's a dead Morphling, and also a dead Shadow Demon. He must have walked in quite hard. Oh, dead! Gem lying on the ground, but Nyx Assassin is going to get killed off, and Weaver Shadow Shaman got killed and then bought back. Centaur just uses the scoop stuff for no real reason. Whiffs it completely. And suddenly we have 3 dead for command center. or rather, like 3 for 2 or 3 plus buyback for 2 in favor of Ripoff. And Weaver has to be really careful because Mirana is the one who holds the gem. But they're not going to be able to take the ages of Weaver's inventory. And he has now finished his
Radiant's
BKB.
middle tower is under attack.
And the gold chart is just going up, up in Ripoff's favor. The experience chart, well, there's the there's more than one white line. I mean, look at that. That's 14,000 experience lead. The problem in Command Center's case seems to be that the only real initiation they have is either a stomp or a well-placed impale. But impale is pretty much not really that much of a... Is he going to be able to kill off the disruptor? Yep. Although he had to use his take on because he didn't really want to risk
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
just walking up to deal the last hit. We were getting being forced to use his Aegis already back up. He uses his BKB and then starts pretty much plinking away at Mirana. I mean, Mirana's at 1700 health, and Weaver is pretty much not able to do anything. Although there's Nyx Assassin coming back.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
That Sacred Arrow, that near miss.
Dire's bottom tower
Center War Runner being able to finish off Puck. Just a bit down below. Morphling going in hard to kill off that Nyx. Mirana trying to avoid. And will that Sacred Arrow hit? No, but something tells me Morphling is going to be able to finish Nyx off. Yeah, not with a waveform, but ooh, that's quite a hard hit. And is Simon going to be used? Yeah, it is, and he's right there. Although both teams are quite exhausted, with Command Center only having 2 alive. Not to mention, well, Shadow Shaman is going to... Another missed stomp! I guess he had a hunch, but that hunch was misplaced. Or rather, that hunch was ultimately wrong. And is that going to be a dead? Yes. Weaver dies. And Chandra is becoming godlike. Centaur one runner blinking in, stomping into double edge. Shadow Demon getting killed off, but not before he uses. Oh dear, she Enchanter was able to finish off Centaur. She's doing work. While catching out Shadow Shaman, who was trying to finish Shadow Demon's job, but unfortunately for him, Miranda has the Lincoln Sphere, as well as quite a well. Lincoln Sphere just gives her so much tankability. That's 1900 health. It's not something you can just
Dire's bottom tower is under
take care of with an Ether Shock. Well, maybe the words would be enough, but you cannot really use words on Mirana
Dire's bottom tower has
unless you
fallen.
shackle her afterwards. But Shadow Shaman didn't really have the luxury to just disable someone while standing in one spot. Is that going to be the Weaver dead again? He had to use his time lapse and a BKB. That's a 9-second charge used right there.
Under attack.
Only because he went in way too deep, and I never noticed that Centaur is buying himself Dagon as well. Shotgun finished for Morphling, and he used it promptly on Shadow Shaman. And Chandra's finishing, getting a Hex. Demonic Purchase on Morphling, but mostly for the cause of saving Nyx Assassin. Weaver getting called out. Is he going to? Yes, he's going to fall. Does he have a buyback? No, he doesn't have enough money to do that. Moonlight Shadow's still, well, no, fading off.
Dire's top tower
Mirana
is
being
under
able to
attack.
get a Maelstrom.
Dire's
And
top
there are
tower
no
is
outer
under
defenses for Ripa anymore. And Commander,
Dire's top
like,
tower is under
they don't. Yeah, that's Nyx dying. Okay, Center caught the Disruptor, but he has to go back to the Fountain or something. Shadow Shaman getting killed off. There's still 30 seconds until Weaver goes back up. Enchantress, how many kills? 14 kills for both. And that's Shadow Demon getting caught out.
tower is under attack.
Sacred Arrow hitting Centaur. And yep, that's Command Center all dead. And the only one who's dead on Ripple's side is Disruptor. Weaver is going to be alive right now, but he can't really do much alone. I mean, he'll have to
Dire's top barracks has
he'll
fallen.
pretty much have to save himself using
Dire's top barracks
like a time lapse if he goes in too deep, and he still plans to. There's a hex, there's a death. Something tells me Command Center doesn't think that they can go back into this game. Disruptor being able to get himself the Aghanim Scepter, which is commonly called nowadays the AoE Doom, because of being able to silence out items. A missed Impale on Mirana, that might have been a kill, but nothing happens. Morbley might be dead, or not. Enchantress killing off a Shadow Demon, and then next Assassin getting a double kill in the process. Is that going to be a triple kill? There we go, and Command Center calling it a GG. 50 seconds left until Russian's post, but I don't think that really matters. Disruptor is just defending the bottom tier 2. Centaur trying to go in and well, he was able to get Mirana, but that's not going to really help Command Center's cause. And he buys back, and are they really planning to still go on? Something tells me it's just like their last breath before they finally just lie down. And oh, the gem is actually on Morphling now, and Hoopsum being cancelled multiple times and ultimately not really hitting Morphling. Morphling still has that's a glimpse on Weaver, and Weaver is like that. He couldn't use his time lapse since it was still on cooldown. Is Morphling going to be dead? No! Yes! And suddenly Ripa is the one who has been team wiped. Is this a glimmer of hope for Command Center? Well, Command seems like Weaver doesn't really think so. But you never know. The Ancient is still standing. And we're not looking at Mega Creeps. Okay, those are 2 boosts of travel. It seems Ripa just wants to finish the whole thing off. Centaur being able to get a level 4 Dagon. Whereas Nyx's Dagon is on level... wait, well, maybe not... Yeah, this kind of sort of early. Level 4, never mind. Ripple trying to get ready. They're thinking of doing Roche, I guess. Or nope, Cog is just went in for the quicker access to Sight of Vice. That's the 2 Sights of Vice, 2 Hyperstones on Enchantress. Sandra getting called out, Hex silenced. Shotgun not being able to finish him off, but he does have like 2.6k health. Weaver going in, attacking Weaver. Mirana going down. Morphling finishing off Centaur. Shadow Shaman getting hacks and picked off. Shadow Demon being able to run away despite of glimpse with his quick usage of Horse Staff. 3 people suddenly stunned because of a single Spike Carapace. And that's a dead Weaver, multiple impetus, and an Ethereal Blade being able to just finish him off before he even has time to use Time Lapse. I'm pretty sure he was even in the middle of casting it too. And Deco Chain is just going to, yeah, I'm just gonna push those creeps. You go ahead and take the final set of racks. That's what it seems like he's doing. And Ripa is not going to decline that offer and just finish off the final tier 3 tower.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
And the puck is still going to just go after Shadow Demon. And Shadow Demon is going to be able to, or not. He was found and hexed, promptly hexed. Morphling killing Shadow Shaman again. Puck killing of Shadow Demon. Mega Creeps for Ripa. Nothing standing on her way to finish off Ancient. Miranda getting herself Mask of Madness Enchantress, getting an Assault Cuirass before getting killed. Oh dear. Nyx really wants to have his last word or last lap before the game ends. 3 for that Weaver catching out Buck, but that's too little, too late. Are they going to be able to kill off Morphling, who pretty much morphed into strength? I mean, that's almost 4,500 health. Never mind, I might be wrong. No, he's going to morph even harder, almost 5,000 health. No agility aside from whatever he gets from items, and he was still able to Ethereal Blade and Adaptive Strike Centaur once more. I guess the main problem of Command Center was ultimately that they didn't really have anything to start teamfights aside from, I don't know, Shadow Demon Force stabbing himself and disrupting someone, or Nyx Assassin just impaling from behind, but Impale can only catch so many people at once, as well as Centaur's Hoofstorm also is quite limited when it comes to initiation, an initiation of a team fight. And ultimately, Ripa was able to make use of their quite a bit gold advantage. I mean, ultimately it went through 30k. Although I'm pretty sure it pretty much started spiraling out at about 30-minute mark, so nearing 10,000 gold difference, gold advantage, and yeah, breaking through 30k experience advantage. Okay, this has been the second episode of Dota Player's daily Dota 2 casts. This was Dota Player, and I bid you farewell and signing off.